Every founder dreams of building something great, but very few imagine the day they might have to fire themselves. In 2007, one founder walked into his own boardroom, looked at the company he built from scratch, and made a decision that would shock his team, his investors, and the entire tech world. He stepped down. Voluntarily. Not because he was weak, not because he failed, but because he understood a truth most leaders never learn. Sometimes the greatest act of leadership is letting go. His name was Reed Hastings. His company was Netflix. And his decision changed everything. This is the Leadership War Room, where pressure reveals true leaders. Netflix began as a simple idea: DVDs by mail. No late fees, no store visits, no pressure. It was a direct challenge to Blockbuster, a giant that dominated the video rental industry. But Netflix had something Blockbuster didn't: a founder who could see the future. Reed Hastings wasn't just building a company, he was building a philosophy, a culture of freedom, responsibility, and relentless innovation. Under his leadership, Netflix grew fast. Too fast. By 2007, the company was expanding, hiring, scaling, and preparing for a massive shift: streaming. But inside the company, something was breaking. Teams were overwhelmed. Processes were collapsing. The culture was drifting. And the person responsible for the chaos was the founder himself. Reed Hastings was brilliant, visionary, driven. But he had a flaw many founders share. He was trying to do everything. He was CEO. He was product strategist. He was culture architect. He was operations manager. He was chief problem solver. And the company was suffering. Deadlines slipped. Teams burned out. Communication broke down. And the board grew nervous. Hastings realized something painful. He was the bottleneck. Not the market. Not the competition. Not the technology. Him. The founder. The visionary. The man who built the company was now holding it back. This is the moment most leaders deny. Most leaders blame others. Most leaders double down. But Hastings did something different. He looked in the mirror and told himself the truth. In a quiet boardroom, Reed Hastings made a decision that would define Netflix's future. He stepped down as CEO. He handed the reins to a leader better suited for the next phase, a leader with operational discipline, organizational clarity, and executional precision. Hastings didn't disappear. He didn't quit. He didn't abandon the company. He repositioned himself. He moved into a role where his strengths, vision, innovation, long-term strategy, could thrive without damaging the company's day-to-day operations. He fired himself so the company could live. And the result? Netflix exploded. Streaming took off. The culture strengthened. The company scaled globally. And Hastings returned to the CEO role years later, stronger, wiser, and more focused. His temporary exit became the foundation of Netflix's rise. Most leaders fear losing control. Most founders fear becoming irrelevant. Most executives fear stepping aside. But Reed Hastings understood something deeper. Leadership is not ownership. Leadership is stewardship. He didn't cling to power. He didn't protect his ego. He didn't pretend to be perfect. He made the hardest decision a leader can make. He removed himself from the equation. And because of that, Netflix survived the transition from DVDs to streaming. It survived the culture crisis. It survived the operational chaos. It survived the founder's shadow. Self-awareness saved the company. Not strategy, not technology, not luck. Self-awareness. Leadership under fire is not always about fighting. Sometimes, it is about surrendering. Not surrendering to the enemy, not surrendering to pressure, but surrendering to truth. Reed Hastings understood that leadership is not about being the hero. It is about doing what the moment demands. And sometimes, the moment demands that you step aside. Great leaders don't cling to power. Great leaders protect the mission. Hastings didn't fire himself because he was weak. He fired himself because he was strong enough to see the truth. And that truth saved Netflix. This is the Leadership War Room, where pressure reveals true leaders. Stay sharp. Stay decisive. The war room continues.